Hello, I'm Cody,
I'm David.
And I'm Alex.
and we're going to be talking about the NFL Week 5 recap. And then we'll move on to our NFL Week 6 predictions and power rankings. We're going to put it all in one video this week. Didn't get a chance to split them up like we wanted to. So,
Hey, don't share. You want to move that over a little?
what?
The predictions.
Why?
You want to move the predictions over?
Why? This
You're
is,
showing this week's predictions.
yeah, because we're going to move on from our recap to our predictions.
Oh,
So, so, so yeah. Okay. Anyway, so good segue. Right into the week 5 recap. Rams, easy winner. Where's an upset? Anybody see one? Carolina, Philly. Didn't see that coming.
the Minnesota game was a tearjerker.
Yeah. Well, for
I
Lions
really thought,
fans,
I really thought Detroit won.
I
I was
thought
celebrating because Detroit won.
I knew. Tell me why I knew as soon as they got the ball back with like a minute 30. I'm like the Vikings are gonna get into field goal range and win this. Like
No, I think that game. I don't even think they had a minute 30. That one, I think they had
I think it was like a
like
minute 30.
32 seconds.
No, I don't. Was it, if it was 32 seconds, even more impressive, and you should stop writing Kirk Cousins off. I gave him like a
I
minute
was more
30.
surprised with the Chicago game.
More surprised with the Chicago game.
Yeah,
Chicago Bears.
we all had Raiders winning, man.
Yeah, what happened?
Scandal. That's what happened. The
Yeah, but
scandal came out right before
this
that
was
game.
no, it came out after. It's because
Came
they
after, yeah.
it's because they lost. They're like, all right, we're done with Gruden.
No.
Get him out of here.
No, Gruden had talked to the players before the game.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oof, that's pain.
What is his name?
Scandal games
Derek
aren't wins.
Derek Carr took a personal day. I know that from practice today. He did not report to practice because he took a personal day. Because I think he was quoted as saying is he loves the man and hates the sin, something like that. So
Something like
Yes,
that, yeah.
so yeah, that team's in shambles. They're gonna fucking that's rough.
That feels bad.
Feels bad for the Raiders, man. They had a good start this year.
So I was telling Alex about that.
Stole winner of the
What the-
Pittsburgh Denver prediction here. I'm pretty proud of that because I told you guys that Pittsburgh was going to have a fucking hell of a rushing game against this pretentious team. Like they were not as good as their record showed.
So real quick, what does Las Vegas do now?
What do you mean? Gamble,
Do
drinking?
you restart the whole game? Restart the whole team over? Because
Intermurum and try to make the playoffs
Yeah.
this year, I guess.
that the GM was picked by John Gruden. The whole staff was picked by John Gruden. The whole team was picked by John Gruden.
I mean
That
I
team
like
was
it.
just built for him.
Yeah, I mean, who do you know a coach in the NFL right now that has a similar style to John Gruden?
No, and so that's why I'm like, do you just start the whole team over? What do
I
you
think
do?
that's an off-season question. Right now, you're just trying to win. You just try and do what you can to keep this team together and win.
Yeah. Just
yeah,
trying to
man.
finish off the season.
Like you're at this point, this is a really tough division for you guys. You got the Chiefs, you got the Broncos, and you got the Chargers, and every single one of those teams is super capable. The Broncos could finish last in this division, but so could Las Vegas. So it's a hard one right now. I think you just try and keep the train moving and keep winning. If the tank starts, then you just go with it at that point. If you start losing multiple games in a row, but
Yeah, it's not too late to start tanking.
we'll see.
But I don't think their problem isn't that they need to fucking get better players. They just need a coach now.
Yeah, where
They showed they have the players at the moment.
who would be a good coach? That'd be a good video if we ever want to discuss who might be a
Mhm.
good coach for them. Cleveland losing to the Chargers, heartbreaking, fucking defensive pass interference that hurt all of our souls. Cleveland still could have won that game despite that call. Made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. That's why I was telling Alex. I can't even be mad at that pass interference because
Why can you not be mad
the
at
whole
that?
game.
The games are decided by calls. That game, if that doesn't happen, it's a 4th and 14
You're
turnover.
up 17 first half.
Yeah, you allow the Chargers to score 29 points in the fourth quarter, take away a touchdown, tie game overtime, instead of losing right there.
My thing is they
Like-
had pass interference on that one final drive, and
It's
that's what got them into scoring position.
exactly that
Like,
takes the
without
ball.
that penalty, we would have been fine.
Yeah, that ball
like a
is
20-yard
in
penalty.
our hand because it's 4th and 14 right there. Like that ball is in our hand. The no pass interference on the Hail Mary. I mean, that's an iffy one to me because it's the last play of the game. There's generally never been a pass interference call on a Hail Mary, but you can't just tackle Njoku before the ball gets there. Is that you guys saw that? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So yeah, that's
My
weird.
biggest
Man.
one was just that defensive pass interference that clearly the Chargers
It
player
hurts. Yeah, like
fucking ripped on our jersey. What the hell?
man's just got a handful and it's like this was a defensive pass interference call. Like nice.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Nice. So that one obviously that triggers us. Like fuck the refs, right? You know that's how every NFL fan feels.
The refs won the Chargers that game.
The Chargers won the
If I'm
Chargers
being
that
honest.
game, but the refs didn't help
The refs
us.
helped them.
Yeah, the
So,
refs didn't help
real
us.
Real quick, offsetting penalties that results in replay of
The
play,
replay,
right?
replay of the down.
Replay of the down. Yeah.
So that
I
down
would've been
would
okay
have
with
been
that.
replayed.
If that would have been
would've
replayed,
been
it's still
okay with
4th
that.
and 14. Yeah, like that's
Yeah,
still
I would
a.
have been perfectly okay with that. But the fact that they didn't call the pass interference on them,
It's not even that they didn't
That should've
call
been offsetting,
offsetting
if
penalty.
anything.
Yeah, they didn't call offsetting. They called it on the wrong team. They didn't like
Actually,
No,
what's
insane.
they call there's penalty on both sides. Both
Even-
of them were committing pass
I
interference.
have hideouts on that. Like you can literally see the ball hasn't even reached them, and there's still his hand is still on our player's jersey. Like
Our
yes,
guys
there
can't
can
have his before.
no. Like not even when the ball is like he's on top of it. It's like establishing dominance with a dog, bro. Anyway, it was a
also the-
horrendous call at the time. Literally looking at the thing, I think this is why the NFL really needs a sky judge. That's
How
completely
about
different.
the holding call? I think it was on Treader.
Yeah, where he's got a
Where it was like
a
the
hand
to
in
the
his
face
throat.
thing too.
Yeah, he's got like a hand
That
in his
should have
throat.
been
Yeah.
illegal hands to the face as well. That should have been offsetting penalties as well.
I mean, you could have
And
called
that wouldn't have
holding
fucked us.
on Myles Garrett half the time. I mean, that's how bad it gets. But then you're
That
trying
shit
to
pissed me
decide
off.
what's like, is this a game of penalties? Like what? It's slippery slope.
So I think the rest of the week went pretty, to what we thought it was going to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh dude, that Baltimore comeback though. Woo! They had me in hot water.
Oh yeah, they had me worried. I was like, no way, David's going to get double wins.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, something ain't right. Where did David pick up? Did you pick up any game on us right there or no?
He lost 2 on us.
Yeah, I know.
No.
He lost 4 on
Yeah,
me
he
and
lost
2
2.
on you. But I was wondering because he picked different teams than us on multiple occasions. Did he pick anything up that we didn't get? And he did not. He lost every single one.
No.
He picked different.
Everyone I picked though was close.
I mean, the
I was more
Indy
surprised-
Baltimore is close.
I was really surprised with the Washington
Jets
game too.
Falcons was close.
Jets Falcons
The
was close.
Saints, fucking
Saints
Ja-
Washington. Yeah, I told
Jameis
you guys.
Winston showed
Washington
up
decided
again.
not to know
I
how
had
to
to say,
play
I
football,
told you.
so
I was
they
like,
scored.
I told you guys. Like, I discovered the secret. I know who was. I knew the Saints were gonna win that week. I got the fucking.
It just
brain.
goes to show you, if the Saints played this week, they lose. this
Exactly.
week.
Now the next week when we pick the Saints game, that's gonna be a challenge because they didn't play last week. So are they gonna win? Or are they gonna? That's where it's gonna really be a brain buster.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I think that's good enough for the recap there. We'll move on to
Wait, one more
what's-
recap.
what's up.
The worst game
The
of the week.
worst.
Packers versus Bengals.
Oh my God!
That was horrible. 5 missed field goals.
Not just 5 missed field goals
consecutive.
in that game. 23 missed field goals, including extra points throughout NFL Week 5. Kickers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Did they just play a game of football? They played soccer beforehand. They all got together and played soccer, and they were just tired or something. I don't know.
The
But-
best
That
part
that
about that
ninja
game,
really hit him, man.
That was.
the best part about that game was the fact that the Bengals kicker thought he made.
He thought
the
he
field
made
goal.
it. Yeah.
He started celebrating.
Oh, that is brutal, man. That is a rough one for him. He's like,
Dude,
what do
yeah,
you mean? He's
everybody
like,
struggled.
what?
Everybody struggled. Rodrigo Blankenship, who usually never misses that much,
Mhm.
missed 2 consecutive kicks.
Crosby missed like 3, and
The game
Crosby
fucked me up.
fucked me up
Because
because
they
that
had-
guy doesn't miss.
Did you guys see that Indy game? They had the punter come out for the extra kick.
Shit, I'll take whoever has a foot at that point if you're gonna miss that many kicks.
They're like, yeah, Rodrigo Blankenship couldn't find his shoe or some shit like that.
The fuck?
I was like, you kidding me? You're a kicker. Your one job is to kick. How don't you have your cleats on?
I'm gonna blame it on his glasses. They were zoomed in. All right, zoomed in on an area.
That shit had me fucked up.
Um.
All right.
Okay, so we'll move on to the predictions for Week 5. All right, so who is Tampa Bay facing? Can somebody pull up the schedule? Because I obviously.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Tampa Bay versus.
All right, so Tampa Bay is facing Philly.
They're Philly. Okay, seems like a pretty obvious pick for all of us. The Philly win last week is a fluke based on CMC being out and Sam Darnold playing like shit. So I don't expect them to actually beat Tampa Bay here. I expect them to maybe get some
against Brady again.
Yeah, this should be like a fun game to watch. It'll probably have the same result as Tampa Bay versus Miami as last week, probably about like 30 plus points for Tampa Bay and maybe like 17 or 10 for Philly. But I'm not
depending on what Philly team shows out. Yeah,
I think Jalen Hurts probably runs one in or something. Probably get a touchdown to Devontae Smith. But
I think it'll be pretty close. Tampa Bay's defense isn't that great. And the Eagles have actually been playing good the last 2 weeks.
Tampa Bay does have I think 2 or 3 guys out for this upcoming night.
I just don't think that the offense is even come close to comparing.
Even versus the Chiefs 2 weeks ago, they kept it close.
I think AB probably hits another 100-yard touchdown game here. Same thing with last week. So, I don't think that. I think Tampa Bay's offense versus Philly's defense is a way better matchup than Philly's offense versus Tampa Bay's defense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we all agree at some level or another because we all picked Tampa Bay to win this game. Next up, Miami, Jacksonville. This is where the Jags get their first win, in my opinion.
This is a toss-up.
This is that
Tua is back.
That is what these guys are riding on. They are riding on the fact that Tua is back.
I changed my pick when I found Tua was back.
Yeah, and you originally were Jacksonville, but now that Tua Tagovailoa has returned, the prodigal son is going to lead Miami to a victory over the
prodigal son is correct.
He's going to lead the victory over to the Urban Meyer school for girls who need to grind on a daddy figure. I don't know. Jacksonville's been playing good last 2 or 3 weeks. Basically ever since the scandal. So, I think that they actually take this one. Miami's defense isn't good. Their special teams isn't good. So, this should be a shootout, or not like a shootout, but it should be a close game where this might end up in a Jags win, and that's where I'm putting the money.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very close game. You got Jacksonville trying to get their first win.
I believe.
And Tua's got something to prove because he wants to come off injury and get a W.
And I think that man is gonna. I think he's probably playing through injury, which just doesn't.
His problem is he's just brittle. It's in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's in London.
You're right, it is.
Another horrendous game to be in London. I feel bad for the fucking English who get to watch some of the worst teams in the NFL.
I don't care. They just watch football. It doesn't matter how bad it is.
Jacksonville always plays out there.
Fucking nuts.
But yeah, it's at 9:30 on Sunday. That's why I saw that.
Interesting. Long football day on Sunday. Carolina versus the Minnesota Vikings. You guys both take Carolina. I'm going to take the Vikings. I don't think CMC comes back. I think Dalvin Cook does come back. I think that gives the edge to the Vikings because their offense is better than Carolina's.
I just think it firmly depends on which Vikings show up. If it's the one that face the Browns, they're not going to win because they did absolutely mediocre. And Carolina's been decent throughout the entire year, just besides last week. So, and I've become more of a Panthers fan now because of how they've been playing. So,
I really like
Carolina.
I really like the Carolina defense. I'm a huge Jeremy Chin fan. If I had a Carolina jersey, that'd be the guy I'd be getting. I'm not gonna lie. Love that linebacker. Great pick for them. But I'm on a Kirk Cousins train, man. Like, you guys give me shit every week, but literally, if you ever looked at the stats, you'd see how good this guy has been playing, especially this year. He has been fucking dynamite for the Vikings. So
I'm just saying, Panthers got stronger with their defense because they got Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah. I watched Yeah, I watched his highlights this year. He looks like a real great player. Real
Okay,
good
okay.
form. He's still in, I hope.
Okay.
No, he's
Listen.
definitely a pickup for them since they lost J.C. Horn. Basically, it's a huge
Mhm.
upgrade. Not upgrade, but
It's
like
a needed.
it's
It's a needed fill.
needed. Yeah, for the position that they needed. Any other comments on Carolina Vikings?
Dave, did you have something to add?
I just want to say that the Vikings can't even beat the simplest of teams.
Who did they lose to?
They barely beat Detroit. They lost to Cincinnati early in the week. They only scored 7 against Cleveland.
Cincinnati's a good team.
I agree, but
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you got Minnesota, who's there. They should be firing above average, and they're not.
You know what? I'm doing something bold. That thing that we talked about earlier, Alex. I have taken them. I take them out of 10. I know who I just put at 10. Something bold.
You did not just put Minnesota at 10.
No,
he
not.
put Cincinnati at
Yeah,
10.
I did. They showed up against they.
Not where I was expecting us to go today.
Anyway, we're moving on. We'll get there. We'll get to the top 10. Something that's bold. That's my something bold right there. All right, so let's move on.
Baltimore.
Chargers, Baltimore. Me and Alex say Chargers. Dave says Baltimore. Explain your reasoning. Defend your position.
That game's a toss-up.
That's not a solid
that game's
defense.
Basically 50-50. They both are high-scoring teams, electric teams. And it's just a toss-up. I mean, they're both pretty much the same defense-wise.
Yeah, this is. I'm in absolute
like
agreement.
Offensive.
I just give the slight advantage to Chargers based on their offensive weapons.
To win.
Yeah, I like literally the only reason that I'm even giving the Chargers the is because Mike Williams, you got Austin Eckler. You just have better weapons, I think, on the Chargers than you do on the.
I don't know how you guys feel about the teams, but I think they're both top 10 teams easily.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
So it's
See, my
just
thing
a toss-up for that game.
Yeah.
My thing
You guys
is,
picked both Chargers, so I was like, I want Baltimore.
He's trying to make up ground. Sorry, Alex.
My thing is, no, you're good. My thing is, you got two high-powered offenses. It's really just going to come down to who plays better defense. Is what it really is.
Who gets more stops or turnovers? Should be an interesting one.
And that's really what it's going to come down to, because Baltimore showed they can turn it on in the second half.
They need to turn it on for a corner. I mean Lamar
they
Jackson literally he'll get into that stadium and flip the damn switch himself. That's what we saw. Okay, Rams versus who? We all pick Rams. So.
It's Raiders.
Raiders? Okay.
Raiders.
Sorry, Raiders.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. No, you're right. It is Rams. It's Rams and Giants. That's
Rams,
a giveaway.
Giants, yes. So nobody. You cut out pretty bad.
Oh.
But anyway, I was going to mention that 11 of the 22 starters on the Giants team this year are out via injury. Rest in peace to the Giants season. They will not win.
They lost their running back. They lost their quarterback.
For the love of God, if that man clears concussion protocol, that shit's rigged. I saw that.
Like a Bridgewater.
He couldn't walk off the field without stumbling.
I saw that man. That man didn't have legs. He ain't got no legs. Like, no.
Oh my gosh.
It's a race to see who can kill their franchise quarterback first. The Giants or the Bengals.
Hey man,
Joey Burrow's really trying. Dude.
They're shitting on my goddamn. They're shitting on my number 10. Anyway,
I thought that man died last week.
Jamar Chase is the fucking saving grace of that team. All right, listen, their connection is electric. Anyway,
next up we got Texans at Colts.
Texans at Colts. Well, I mean, I don't think Davis Mills' neck is gonna stretch a W for this one. So
no, Colts are coming off a strong game last week.
That is demoralizing to lose the way that they lost. And the Texans actually had a decent showing against the Patriots. So
they did.
This is actually a game where I'm surprised that David did not take the Texans, because David likes to play underdog level cards, and this definitely seems like one he would take.
The Patriots defense this year has been playing like trash, but Davis Mills didn't look bad.
He's the only rookie quarterback to fucking hand it to Bill Belichick, so we better start giving him some fucking offensive player of the year props, all right? What am I talking about? Jamar Chase for offensive player of the year? You mean Davis fucking Mills, man.
Listen, I told you guys. fucking what's Tyrod Taylor's the king of backup quarterbacks.
He starts
just-
motherfuckers' careers.
Davis Mills gonna be the next rookie.
If you're
sensation.
this is gonna be like an infomercial. If you're a struggling franchise who just drafted the #1 overall quarterback, hire Tyrod Taylor to launch their career. Like,
Watch out, Tyrod Taylor's gonna be playing out in the Jets next year.
damn straight. Zach Wilson's gonna come back off of like a season-ending injury that he gets this year because he has no line. He's gonna come back and just fucking rock it to start him.
So yeah, I think we all chose the Colts.
Yep.
Their defense looked good last week. They just kind of slipped up and weren't consistent the whole game. They let up in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Yep.
I
They
thought
didn't,
their
they
defense
didn't play
looks
all
really
four
good.
quarters.
Okay. KC versus who?
Kansas City is facing Washington. Now this should be a feel-good game for the Kansas City Chiefs.
The next
It'll
couple-
help put them back on track.
Next couple games are supposed to be feel-good games for the Kansas City Chiefs because their next couple opponents
That's good.
are lower.
This is what they need. Their five of their first 6 games were against top 10 teams.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
I'm not gonna cut them any slack until I see some actual good games out of them. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of fell apart in the Bills game. It was bad, but they're still much better than most of the teams. Like it's funny, you know, I take them off my top 10 and stuff. Like I haven't had them there for like 2 weeks, but they've been consistently like basically in my number 11 spot. You know, it's like they're still good. It's just
My thing is
they have
just
a lot
it's
of
really hard
problems.
to count them out.
Yeah,
It's really hard to count them out with
It is.
anything.
it is.
But
But
they could turn it back on at any point.
But with the Broncos finally getting to their realistic level of expectations, Gruden being gone, they're definitely going to bump to the second seed in the AFC West there, and they'll probably end up easily making a playoff spot. So, what's up? Green Bay versus who?
Green Bay is facing the Chicago Bears.
The
Yeah, Justin Fields coming off a really good performance for himself.
The Chicago Bears, huh?
I still can't get with the Bears though. I love
Yeah.
Fields, but I cannot get with them.
Yeah, no, this is a Green Bay dub.
I hate Matt Nagy. And Aaron
How is it
Rodgers is going to demolish this dude.
How is it possible that John Gruden lost his job before
Before.
Matt Nagy lost his?
It's the same thing. You can ask that same
How?
question with Urban Meyer, dude. Like, how is it possible?
Just tell Bears fans to leak some racy emails
Yeah.
from Matt Nagy.
There has to be some emails with Matt Nagy in the fucking
in the
what's it-
CC,
Washington-
put him in the just slap him in those emails that got Gruden fired. Just CC those right to him,
Put a CC in there.
Fuck, right to him.
Man, please get rid of that guy.
Isn't it?
That's what's holding them back.
It's incredible that John Gruden lost his job because of an investigation into Dan Snyder. That's fucking great.
Well, the crazy thing is that stuff was 10 years ago.
10
and
years
It
ago.
wasn't. He wasn't even in the NFL. He was.
No,
on
he was an
ESPN
he
at
was
the
an
time.
ESPN like analyst, right?
Like, it had to have been something with the locker room. The locker room was upset about it, and so he fuck was that?
That's how it goes there.
The locker room had to be upset with them, and that might have been they just didn't want to play for him last week, and that's why he lost. It had to be something like that.
I don't believe that for like even a minute. I mean, if you got Derek Carr taking personal days off practice because like he liked his coach so much, I doubt that he lost the locker room. I feel like it was definitely more of an organization thing. Cincy.
Next up, you got Cincinnati versus the Lions.
This is gonna be a Cincy win pretty easily. I'm pretty sure. Like I feel like that's just
Joe Burrow needs to take Aaron Rodgers' advice, man. Just fucking slide.
I mean,
They've been telling that man that since his
so many quarterbacks, especially in the newer draft classes, don't.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to become normal that they don't. I actually think that
It's
it's
gonna
going
be
to
like the
move
Cam
away.
Newton thing. It's gonna be like the Cam Newton.
I mean, you
thing
see
all
Baker.
over again.
Baker's got a fucking torn thing. He's putting his shoulder down. Like, yeah, we don't want our quarterback to like get hurt, and we do want them to slide. But at the same time, it's like, hey, man, these guys are football players, and they want to take the contact for the extra yards. Whatever.
Yeah, I can't blame them. They're playing with a lot of heart, but they're not using their fucking brain. Like, save yourself the injury, save yourself, a horrible detriment for your team, and just fucking slide. You'll pick up those yards. Just fucking slide. And especially Joe Burrow, man. You guys don't have a good quarterback behind him.
All right. Cleveland versus Arizona.
This one's hard.
I only take Cleveland because I think that Cleveland is probably the best team that Arizona's faced yet. So they are the slight favorites according to the odds as well. So.
Yeah, odds has us winning by 3, which is very believable. It's going to be a very big shootout.
They just had such a piss-poor performance against the 49ers last week, man.
Are you saying that the Rams aren't good?
The Rams are good, for sure. I don't know. They didn't look right against the Arizona. Stafford was off the night that they played Arizona. Arizona looked better when they faced the Rams, but then you go to the 49ers last week and they look like they fucking stapled together with fucking turkey.
This is going to be another good matchup for the Browns too, though, to be honest.
I think the biggest thing that you could draw comparisons between these two teams with is they both faced Minnesota. Even that, it's hard to tell because against Minnesota, Cleveland's offense played like dog shit.
That's a fact.
So Minnesota's.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Arizona faced Minnesota, both their defenses played like dog shit.
Minnesota lost that game to a last-minute field goal, right? That is one of the ones that they lost to a last-minute field goal.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a last-minute field goal. They missed their last-second field goal.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, they missed their last-second field goal.
Yeah.
So they had a chance to win and beat Arizona, and and they were able to do that exact same thing to the Lions this last week. So it's like it's gonna be hard. This is one where I feel like it's either gonna be like the defense for Cleveland is gonna shut Arizona down, or it's gonna be another shootout situation. Like,
yeah,
I think that's where we're at.
I feel like this game's gonna come down mostly to defense, though.
Do you think that the Arizona defense compares to the Cleveland defense?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you have? You have Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt on the line for Arizona, but you have Clowney and Myles Garrett, more so the playmakers. Who do you have? Is there a linebacker in Arizona that people will know about? Because I'm just thinking about like Jock being such a incredible playmaker. And then we have lockdown corners. Who do you put on DeAndre Hopkins? That's the question. Do you want Greedy? Do you want Denzel Ward with safety help from Johnson, or how do you want it?
I don't know how you cover up D-Hop. That's going to be tough.
I think
I'm really interested to see how they do it.
I think I think you put Greedy on D-Hop.
Greedy on D-Hop.
Ward on AJ Green, and then give safety over the top with D-Hop.
I think. See, I'm not even that worried. Like when it comes to Green, I'm not even that worried about him because
not worried about Green.
He has not been performing very well, and I don't think him and Kyler don't really have the connection so far.
Yeah, Kyler's got more connection to Kirk and Hopkins.
Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore might be like a little bit more of a breakout.
Kirk is their second receiver. That's who it was.
Yeah, Christian Kirk.
I couldn't think of who the fuck there was over there.
You thought it was Green? Yeah, no.
Yeah, I couldn't think of who else was on their team for wide receiver.
No, yeah, it's Rondale Moore. Then I think it's Green. I think Green is like 4.
Oh, linebackers. They got Zaven Collins.
Okay, all right.
From I don't remember where the fuck he used to play.
Penn State. I think.
Yeah. No, Tulsa.
Tulsa? Who am I thinking? Micah Parsons. That's who I'm thinking of. Played at Penn State. All right, but we take Cleveland, you take Arizona. This is another toss-up. This is one where you could really.
Yeah, it's very much a toss-up.
It's the same kind of vibe as Jacksonville, Miami, but with like significantly better teams.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Dallas and the Patriots.
We agree on the next 4 games. All 3 of us. Dallas versus Pats. That's an easy one.
I don't really think there's much to talk about for these next upcoming ones, anyways. Because you got Dallas and the Patriots, you got the Raiders and the Broncos, the Steelers and the Seahawks, and you got the Bills and the Titans.
I think you could probably talk about Denver and the Pittsburgh game, but the other 2 are pretty much cut and dry.
Like Bills show they're a dominant force.
They're
They did
number
that,
one.
like, they showed it against
Number one
KC.
defense, number one offense. Like these guys are fucking nuts.
Yep, they show they're legitimate. Steelers, it's gonna really come down to the Geno Smith playmaking ability, and I just don't think that guy is very good at all.
He's I think he's mediocre. He just can't do what Russell Wilson does for this team. And that's really the glue for the Seahawks. Plus Pittsburgh's at home and they always play better at home. Denver versus Raiders. This is one where we're going to find out if the Raiders are going to fall apart. Denver doesn't look great. They looked really good in the fourth quarter actually against Pittsburgh, with Teddy Roosevelt.
I
But
don't know how he came back from concussion in 1 week.
Dude, don't ask me, man.
And it's built different.
Yeah, guess so. It's the tripod nature of his stature. What do you want to call it? Should be interesting. Who did they just sign? They just signed somebody.
Who?
The Broncos. John Brown from the Buffalo Bills last year.
Ooh.
They needed another wide receiver, and I like that signing. This does give them.
He's good if he can stay healthy.
This does give them some more better options. Yeah, he had 490 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns in 9 games last year.
Oh, but he only got signed to the practice squad, by the way.
Yeah, I think that they're
He'll
gonna.
probably be on there
yeah,
for a week.
I think they'll upgrade him after this game. But
Ooh, I just remembered about something.
Yep.
We should see a lot of Josh Gordon in this Chiefs game.
Oh, is he supposed to play a lot in this Chiefs game?
Yeah, so last week he was supposed to be on 20% of snaps. But the problem was they had to do a lot of hurry up offense last week. So they only ended up using him on like 9 snaps, I think. So we should see a lot more of him this week.
Interesting. That'll be interesting to get to see a look at his speed with Mahomes. All right.
Here.
So that pretty much wraps it up. Even though we didn't really talk about the Dallas and Buffalo game, there's nothing to talk about.
It's
there.
just there's really nothing to talk about.
Those are going to be basically hand-sealed victories from what we can tell. So only 14 games this week. Buys for 4 teams. So we're gonna see how we do out of 14 instead of 16. We're gonna take a look real quick at the totals. So right now, me and Alex are tied at 51. Don't have to look at that. Me and Alex are tied at 51, and David has 46 currently. All right, now
David's down bad. He's slipping.
He's down bad. All right, boys. Top 10s. Top 10s. Who's got something for me? Anybody want to start? Anybody want me to start?
Go first. I can go first.
Go ahead. Lay it out there.
Number one, I'm on the bandwagon. Arizona.
Oh, he just hurt my he just hurt my feelings. He just hurt me so hard right there. God.
I've been on the bandwagon the past 2 weeks. I'm an Arizona believer.
That just hurt me so hard. He said the bandwagon, and I thought he was gonna do the meme. So hard.
Yep.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it when I go. Continue.
Number 2 is the Los Angeles Rams.
Believable. Yep.
That team's not gonna be out of the top 3 all year. They got Matthew Stafford. I've been saying I love Matthew Stafford all year long. Number 30, Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
I still think they're overrated, but I got the stats to back it up right now. Number 4, Tampa Bay. Number 5, the Chargers. 6 is going to be the Ravens. 7 is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. Number 8 is the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
They went down 2 spots just because the past 2 weeks we haven't been able to play a full game of football, it seems like. Number 9 is KC. KC I think is still a top 10 team because they have been losing, but all of their past games have been against top 10 teams. And then number 10 is Green Bay. And they
finally puts them in the top 10.
It's about time.
It's about
they
god
were in the top
time.
10 last week.
Were they?
They were 9.
I think we keep giving. I think we keep giving you shit about how you didn't have the Green Bay.
Last week.
Who did we give you shit about last week?
I don't remember.
It was somebody. I don't remember who it was.
Just insert the clip.
Okay. All right. Well, that's actually a believable top 10. I'd say we basically have the same teams, just different orders.
Yeah,
So
and you said Kansas City's at like 11 for you.
yeah. They've been last 3 weeks. They've just been hovering right outside. If you want to be a top 10 team, if you want to be a top 10 team, how about you beat a top 10 team? You know what I mean? Like so.
They did. They beat Cleveland.
Oh my gosh, their one win? That's insane. I wonder who else they've lost to in this column then. Oh wait, everyone. Anyway, all right. So
you wanna go next?
Yeah, do you want to go next? All you?
You can go next. I'll go last.
All right.
I think mine's the best.
You think? Well, obviously you think yours is the best. Yeah, clearly mine's the best. So we're gonna start off. I'm on the bandwagon as well. Buffalo Bills all the way, baby, number 1. So, and then we got Rams at 2, got Tampa Bay at 3, got Dallas at 4, Cards at 5. I had them at 2, I believe, last week. Put it there at 5 because of that horrendous performance against the 49ers. Yeah, the disrespect. Play better against bad teams, then you'll get good respect. Like the Buffalo Bills stomping 40-0 on the Texans' grave.
Francisco's not a terrible team.
I'm sorry.
Their defense is good.
I'm confused. Who was their quarterback? Who? Why
are you saying it like that?
Because it was Trey Lance. You didn't know, did you?
I know who their quarterback is. Oh, why are you yelling like that?
Because it was bad. They should have performed significantly better than they did. So they lose my respect.
San Francisco lost by 2 to Green Bay and lost by 7 to Seattle.
Which brings up my next one. And number 6, Green Bay. Yeah. Number 7, Chargers. 8, Ravens. 9, Browns. And 10, the Cincinnati Bengals. They have looked good, and I don't want to get any flack for that because we all know that they are actually a good team this year. It's kind of fucking shocking. So they do have issues with their fucking offensive line, but we already knew that coming into the season too. They're still managing to fucking put up hella points and win games.
While the fucking quarterback's trying to injure
Exactly. Their fucking quarterback's sprinting down the field, throwing 90-yard bombs at Jamar Chase. So
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a race between who dies first, Danny Dimes or Joey Burrow.
Okay, let's hear it.
Listen, that man got hit at the knees last week and then smashed up top. He's just laying there. I'm just like, oh, this man's dead. He's for sure.
Listen,
he gets up without a concussion. I'm like,
the only quarterback I thought I saw die on the field was Mason Rudolph, and that's not even from like the helmet swinging incident. That's when he got knocked the fuck out. Mm-hmm. Watch that man literally go down like a sack of potatoes.
Alright, so my top 10. I've got Bills at number 1. The fucking Bills Mafia.
Buffalo all the way this time, baby.
Number 2, I've got the Arizona Cardinals. Number 3, I've got the Tampa Bay Bucks. I've got the Rams at 4. I've got the Cowboys at 5.
Do I have the Dallas Cowboys higher than the boys themselves? Like, where are the boys at for you, Dave?
They are at 7, I think.
I think I got them higher than both of you guys.
No, I have them at 4. I have the boys at 4. Really? Yeah, I have the boys at 4. How the hell am I?
That's because you're disrespectful towards the Cardinals.
Oh, because the Dallas would definitely shit on the Cardinals right now. So
I don't think so.
You don't think that Dallas would beat the? Oh God, yes. Continue.
I got the Chargers at 6.
Chargers at 6. Okay.
I got the Packers at 7.
Good.
The Browns fell a tiny bit to 8.
Browns dropped 3 spots for me, so understand.
Yeah, they dropped I think 2 spots for me from last week. And then I got the Ravens at 9, and then I have the Panthers squeaking up at 10.
Panthers.
And
at
I
10.
would arguably put Bengals at 10, but I think the Panthers are better.
Okay, so who would you?
Kansas City's at like 11 or 12.
That's exactly where they sit for me. It's like
they're middle of the road right now. It's hard for me to go against them, but they're not giving me any reason to go.
I can't. You haven't given me a single reason to put you on the top 10. Damn it!
They're falling against teams they should have no problem beating.
Stop losing. Yeah. No. Who was your 9?
9 was Ravens.
So wait, no, you're 10 Panthers. Why did you put the Panthers at 10? Is the question I have.
Because I think I had the Raiders and the Broncos in my top 10 last week, and I can't go with them anymore over the Panthers. Like, yeah, Darnold had a bad game, but it still wasn't that terrible.
He had 3 interceptions and no
Oh,
touchdowns.
really? Oh, fuck me. Never mind.
He had 3 interceptions and no touchdowns.
I'm illiterate.
I'm like, wait, what do you mean? He could have done worse. I watched him with the Jets.
Blooper reel. Welcome to the Gotcha Cam.
Fucking thug life. He's like,
Caught in-
he's not that bad.
Caught in
He had a
4K.
game.
God.
He had a bad game. It's
Yeah.
okay.
They're down CMC. Darnold has a bad game, so they lose to Philly. But even, like, see, even I think if Burrow has a bad game, I don't think that Cincy loses to Philly. I think that's the difference that I put right there.
It's debatable.
To
be honest.
It's not bad. I do think that the Panthers defense is probably better than the Cincy defense.
Hey, peep the cat in the corner of the cam.
There's a cat in the corner.
Yeah.
Where?
Bro, I know that like we've gotten close
Oh.
over the last week, but if you just want to be in frame, you just got to tell me. Stay silent
I
if
was
you
looking
want
at
to.
your screen.
Okay, gotcha.
I was like, what cat?
This is he's just chilling, bro. Star of the show
I
right
was
there.
looking at Alex's screen.
No, he's,
No, ain't no
he's
cats
chilling-
coming in my
He's
room.
chilling right here. now he's back where he usually is. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for us, and that's actually probably the shortest amount of time we've done this in. So
Impressive.
yeah, I know, right? We're good job, everybody. Handshakes all around.
Jerk offs all around.
That's
Circle jerk.
okay. All right.
Oh well.
What?
Interesting. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you guys for stopping by and listening to our recap, our predictions, our top 10. It's all scrunched together this week. Hopefully next week we can actually split them up and drop them on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday like the plan was, but we just didn't have the time to do it. It's all good. We'll get it out. It'll be live right before Thursday's game so that our predictions are accurate to before the week even starts. And it's hard. I don't want to hear any shit from anybody giving us shit about our predictions. We do our predictions on Wednesdays or Thursdays before we get injury reports or practice reports from Friday and Saturday to see what questionable
We do know Tua's back though.
we know Tua's back. You know what is hard to figure out? Whether or not the Vikings or the Panthers are going to win this game because we don't know if Dalvin Cook or CMC is playing yet. We have no information on their injury status. So we're doing this all based on guesswork in that regard. So cut us some slack on that regard. But other than that, I've been Cody. Thank you guys for watching.
I'm Alex.
I'm David.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.